Hello, people of the internet. I'm rotting my brain, and I got a doozy of a battle for you today. So, I'm playing, and I decide, you know what, I'm gonna go free XP grinding. I load up my Tirpitz, which I got out of a Santa crate last Christmas, and it has the Santa's Christmas Convoys camo on it and everything. And load it up with flags and think, okay, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna get a load of free XP and help grind all the way to get to the Nelson. A good game in a Tirpitz can probably net me anywhere from maybe 8 to 10,000 free XP. Given that I don't play like shit. So I load in, and I'm greeted with this: the worst map and game mode combination in the game. Tears of the Desert, Epicenter. So, yeah, this map is just absolutely loathed by everybody, and it's been in the game for just far too long. I have no idea why Wargaming refuses to remove this map. And, at least I'm in a Tirpitz. It'd be worse if I was in a cruiser, but still, I'm not really going to be able to contribute much to actually playing the objective apart from what I'm doing now, which is just going to be sailing up to the ring of islands and in the kind of the middle ring and just camping my ass off. That's all I can really do, and just hope that the destroyers in the middle of the map are dumb enough to sail within my secondary range. Now, Epicenter as a game mode is actually not that bad on its own. On other maps, like, say, for example, Trident in the mid-tiers, this game mode is actually quite fun. And, hell, Tears of the Desert as a map on Domination, I think, is at least better than, say, for example, Mountain Range or Okinawa. Because on those maps, you have just capture circles which are in open water. Absolutely no cover, whereas here you have at least some cover to play with, particularly around this center capture point. Though it's like when you put that into the Epicenter mode, you basically end up with just destroyers, duking it out one-on-one in the middle, and battleships and cruisers just lined around the edges, almost like spectators. And yeah, that really does not make for interesting gameplay, if you will. And now I've reached my camping spot, and I'm going to be in this spot for like a grand total of, I think, maybe like 8 minutes, just sailing back and forth, just avoiding torpedoes and shots as I go along, and just shooting at targets of opportunity the whole time. It's not really the most interesting spectacle when it comes to just a World of Warships battle. So, yeah, that being said, that's enough of the gameplay for now, at least. So yeah, how y'all doing? I haven't actually been able to play World of Warships too much in the past week, just because college is a bitch. I have midterms and shit to do, and really was only able to hop on for about a few hours just one night last week. And during that time, I just focused on doing the missions for the Oktябрьская Revolucionaria, I think is what it's called, the Gangut. That thing looks quite fun. I really want to get it. I described it to one of my friends as the Pontiac Aztec of battleships. It is horrendously ugly in every sense of the word, but I want it basically just for the lulz. Like, it would be a fun ship to have in the port, and also it is at least unique gameplay wise with the 20-second repair time on the damage control, but with limited charges. So it definitely won't be a boring ship to play once I finally get it, and I should be able to get it probably around maybe the 18th or the 19th. The missions are available through the 25th, which October 25th was actually the Julian calendar date that of the start of the Russian Revolution. Julian calendar is in the one made by Julius Caesar and not the one that we use now. The Russian Revolution actually to us occurred in November. So yeah, just an added layer of complication for anybody who wants to study history. So yeah, but most of the time that I spent playing games over the past week, I was actually playing Forza 7. I like cars. I mean, hence I mentioned the damn Pontiac Aztec earlier, of all things. So I'm playing this game, for the majority of my whatever leisure time that I have that wasn't spent either playing warships or watching football. And speaking of football, holy shit, the injuries. That this was not a good weekend for the NFL. But yeah, I'm playing Forza, and well, a lot of people are actually upset about Forza 7 just because the VIP bonuses actually are very much seem like a ripoff this time around. Now I'm inclined to agree, but the thing is I don't have VIP, so I don't care. And yeah, it's kind of a selfish approach, I know, but hey, it is still kind of interesting that the developers would actually decide to change up VIP like that, and actually not really inform people at all. So I don't know what to say or do about that. Though in that game, there is some really painful stuff that I do have to do if I want to actually complete it, including endurance races that can probably go over 3 hours in race time. Now, of course, I'm not going to be just sitting on my couch staring at the screen for 3 solid hours. I'm going to be getting up and eating food and doing all that stuff. So I almost have to make an afternoon out of doing just one of those races, which is very, very, very annoying. But yeah, there's nothing really I can do about that if I want to complete the game. And yeah, I haven't actually played a lot of new Xbox games as of late. I spend a lot of my time just playing games on PC or just playing the ones I already have. And yeah, I'm excited for at least a new one. And I've been looking into getting Call of Duty World War II as well. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty back before it sucked. Like, Black Ops 2, for example, is the last one I actually played a lot. And, well, I'm very happy that, like, the franchise is at least, looking into basically finding itself again. If I wanted to play a shooter where everybody is flying around with jetpacks and shit, I'd be playing either Titanfall or Destiny or something. Though, World War II at least looks promising, given the feedback on the beta and stuff like that. Though, I'll tell you what doesn't look promising, and that's this battle so far. My team has a grand total of 3 kills, and I've gotten 2 of them. And we've lost 3 of our destroyers as well, so our capability of actually capping that center point is really not there, especially since our Mayhan is far more interested in flanking than actually just going, just in to try and contest the cap. Now, I actually kind of understand this because the enemy destroyers at this point consist of a Benson and a Fletcher, though admittedly they're going to be pretty low health by the time I'm done with them here. Though, yeah, I, on the other hand, can just not really do much of anything apart from just being a damage sponge and a rather annoying presence. We have at least been able to achieve parity in terms of losses. Each team has lost 3 destroyers and a battleship, and the enemy team's only surviving destroyer is that low health Fletcher. And I should be able to KS this Colorado here, although that's not really a kill steal since I put a big salvo into him earlier, so yeah, I assume I deserve it. And yeah, about now is when my team finally decides to put their man pants on and end up going into the cap circle. What I'm gonna do is move out further north, outside the center ring, just using the islands as cover to try and get close to the 3 surviving enemy battleships that are all further north of the cap circle. Now, the Tirpitz is perhaps the best brawler in the game. The torpedoes combined with the Bismarck secondaries that it actually got buffed to receive make this ship incredibly dangerous when it gets up close. So that's what I'm gonna try to accomplish, particularly with the Monarch and the Scharnhorst. The friendly Essex has actually got the enemy Amagi targeted and is going to be hitting him quite a lot during this final stage of the battle. So I'm not really going to worry about him too much, at least right now. Friendlies clearing up the Fletcher and the Fiji, and well, off north I go. I have been camping in this one spot for probably about 8 minutes at this point, and now I'm finally moving, and well, it appears some of the friendlies in chat seem to be less than enthused about the team's performance. And yeah, I was feeling just as despondent at the moment. How in the hell was I going to be able to survive a 3-1, even with how good the Tirpitz is at brawling? This was going to be kind of difficult to do by myself. But the carrier and the friendly surviving North Carolina should at least give me some help. And well, I put a burst of secondary fire into the Monarch before switching it over to the Scharnhorst, just because it has a better firing angle. Now, the Scharnhorst, of course, also has torpedoes, so I'm not going to get too close to him. I'm going to keep angled enough to absorb the fire from his guns, but still broadside enough to allow the secondaries to do their work, and just hammer away. And the friendly North Carolina is also helping me. I tried to get my torpedoes off, and well, no good. Firing angle isn't there. Another salvo, and yeah, the 8,000 damage that wasn't really effective. Now the Amagi is of course shooting at me. I'm the only target he can hit from there, and so I'm slowly creeping forward now and to try and get into cover behind the island from away from the Amagi, and at the same time get very, very close to the Monarch so I can just come around and put some torpedoes into him when I get the opportunity. I should be able to finish off this Scharnhorst with that fire I just set, and now I am going to make my move on this Monarch. The Scharnhorst dying will also allow my friendly battleship to now start capping the center point, and I also just unleashed the Kraken. Yay me. Now, this right here is perhaps the dream of anybody that ever actually goes out and buys a Tirpitz, or in my case, gets one for free out of an RNG Santa crate. It's getting right in the face of an enemy battleship and just torpedoing the hell out of it. This guy, though, is being a bit cheeky. He's reversing away from me, and I'm going to try and get my torpedoes off. But this guy, of course, knows what's coming. He doesn't even bother trying to shoot at me, just because he knows he can't really do much to an highly angled Tirpitz. So I shoot off my torpedoes. I only actually get one hit, just because he was reversing and turning, but yeah, the main guns were enough to finish him off. And this is where I make a critical mistake. I was turning in to try and get my guns to bear on that guy faster, but that actually makes me run into the island. Now I end up getting a firing angle for my torpedoes on the port side on this Amagi. However, that proves to be unnecessary, since the friendly North Carolina and the friendly Essex double team him right then and there, and it robs me of my 7th kill, but hey, at least he's dead. Although I'm about to join him, since the enemy carrier now has me spotted with his planes, and there is a smoked up Edinburgh just laying into me with his AP, and yeah, there I go. Well, 6 kills, 140,000 damage. Not too bad of a result, I think. And now in a 3v2 with a battleship and a cruiser and this Edinburgh now spotted, we've managed to pluck victory from the jaws of defeat. So I'm actually going to skip ahead now just because there's no reason to watch a lagged out Kutuzov just shoot AP at in Edinburgh for 4 minutes. And this just proves that we won the game. Points lead, 20 seconds left, and, well, 6 kills, 140,000 damage on my part. I sadly neglected to capture the post-battle results screen, but I can say with relative certainty that I got about 10,000 free XP out of this match. I'm sorry, you'll just have to trust me. But anyway, I'm rotting my brain. Thank you very much for watching, and that's the video.